Dude, you have an ulcer.
Let's
I couldn't open my fucking 40. I was losing my mind.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 40 Before Noon podcast. If you are listening on Spotify, this is on YouTube as well, so you can get a good look at Zoo's face as to why he is not drinking for a second podcast in a row. All right? Huh? 2 weeks in a row, bro. You have not. You're kidding me. Dude, you have an ulcer.
Let's go, Zoo.
Dude, that is so not. Oh, Christ. All right. This has started off differently.
No, let me be honest, okay? I'm not going to lie, okay? I go out to watch the England game. All right. I'm repping West Ham because Declan Rice, baby.
Right.
Here's the thing. I may or may not have had 5 pints of beer while watching the England game.
Okay. This podcast is starting off a lot different than expected. We're also joined today by Ryan Falcon as well.
God, motherfucker!
How we doing, boys? How we doing?
Doing good. Falcon, what are you?
Tell us about yourself.
I don't want to.
Fair enough. For those of you guys that don't know Falcon lived in Arizona for a while and pretty much lived at my house the entire time that he was here. And we loved having him here. And now he's moving back to Texas. Falcon, what are you sipping on today?
Starting off, I was gonna try to be true with the 40 deal, but I didn't want to go to the store, so I'm gonna start off with the Michelob.
Nice.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it light and see where it goes from there. I'm
Perfect.
struggling a little bit from the Connor Dustin fight last night, but we'll see how it goes.
Damn. All right. Once again, as always, we try to mention this. If you guys are brand new to the podcast, 40 Before Noon is literally we just try to consume 40 ounces of alcohol before noon, and we talk about things that are going on. V-Goat, Ryan Falcon's old roommate, actually came through very strong with the fact. Did you hear exactly what happened? We mentioned it in the last episode. How he somehow fit 24 40s inside one suitcase.
That's unbelievable, man.
Broke the suitcase, right?
Yeah.
And then proceeded to break my garbage can outside because they put the suitcase in the garbage can, and in like the hot weather, the lid of the garbage can now just goes like this. There's no thinking that goes on in this house, bro. I swear.
How hot has it been over there?
Dude, it's at like 110, I want to say. It's to the point where the pool's like filthy. Like you don't even want to go in the pool. It's too hot as well. So you guys had a heat wave too, didn't you?
Yeah, man, and our fucking heat wave is like plus 35 degrees Celsius, which is like fucking bullshit to you guys. Which is a joke, by the way. Like, it's an absolute joke, because if you guys tried to survive at minus 35 Celsius winter,
no thanks.
You guys would die.
I would die. I am not built for the cold.
It's
not at all,
man.
All right. Topic of conversation, because Zoo has been pressing me to have the topics recently, okay?
Yeah.
I thought this might actually be a really, really funny one, and I hope everybody has a story with it. I assume everybody would. Is there like a moment growing up or a moment recently where how do I describe it? Say, like, for instance, a girl really, really liked you.
Yeah.
And you did not catch the drift and totally blew it. And then you realized later on, was there like a situation like that where you can look back and be like, what the hell was I thinking?
I have one instantly. Like, instantly, dude.
Go
you don't
for
even,
it.
like, okay. So I'm in grade 10, okay? So I'm about, grade 10, I'm probably like, what, 16 years old? Yeah. Grade 12 girl, okay? Fucking rocket. Rocket, bro. Like, dude, rocket, man. Okay? All of a sudden, I'm like her favorite grade 10. We started talking all of this shit, alright? Man, we hang out one time. I take my dad's car out. I don't even have my license yet. I swear to God, 100% truth. Take the car out. I'm like, for this girl, I need to act like I have my life together. Bro.
You're 16.
I'm 16.
Yeah, right on.
So she's 18, right? Bruh. We hang out, okay? And I'm like, okay, this is cheesy, but like, you know what I mean? It's a classic move. Okay, this is really bad. I don't even want to admit it, but okay, I take her phone, okay? Right? She's in. Okay, yo, fuck you, bro. Don't even look at me. If you saw her, you wouldn't do the same thing. I take her phone, okay? And okay, I have the phone. I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Dude, comes over the passenger seat, right? So I'm leaning over like this. She comes over, bro. Arms around me.
Oh.
Okay, but here's my thing. What if I told you during this whole situation, she has a boyfriend?
I mean, it plays a
Oh, yeah.
factor.
But dude, okay,
That'll
here's
play a big factor, yeah, for sure.
This isn't the final punch, okay? Dude, like, she texts my best friend at the time, okay? She says, oh yeah, I would dump my current boyfriend for him if he cared more about school.
What was she, straight A's?
Dude,
She's just
not
she's looking
even.
out for you, man.
Here's the thing, she's hot, so she obviously could pull a fucking rich guy. Let's be honest,
Right.
guys. That's how it works. So she was like, okay, obviously this guy's sick, but like,
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what she said, dude.
She liked you.
Bro,
dude, okay, but here's the thing, okay? She liked me, was willing to break up with her boyfriend at the time for me, right? If I cared more about school. Ugh.
Yeah.
Either way, she's been dating that guy ever since for like 6 years, bro.
Oh, I hope he doesn't watch the podcast.
But
Yeah,
that was a chance. Could you imagine I pulled that off?
Here's my thing where I kind of draw the line, though.
I
Is
feel really bad for
she
this
was
guy, to be honest with
totally
you.
chill with Grand Theft Auto of his dad's car, but
Yes.
straight A's is where she draws the line.
That's what I'm talking about, man. It's like, all right, man, I stole my dad's car for you, but you're not gonna like, oh, great, fuck, come on. I thought I had it, man. But the thing is, here's my thing, yeah. I was a fucking loser back then. That's the thing, man. Is that like, I'm not even gonna say it on the podcast. It's probably get like really bad, but like,
Then don't, please. Please
It
don't.
was-
Don't be
it was like-
sad.
like, you guys know what I mean? I was a rookie. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean? I was a
we catch your
rookie.
drift.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Rookie, bro. But that's
Yeah.
the thing. If I swap that rookie self with me with now, different story. But like, I fumbled it. I fumbled the bag very hard, and now she's dating the same guy for years. And I'm like, well, fuck, man. If I wasn't such a fucking loser, I would have probably pulled off one of the biggest upsets of all time.
Were your grades that bad?
Yeah, that's great question. That's what I wanted to address immediately. How bad were these grades? Where you just immediately had no shot?
Wait, no, but here's my thing, okay?
I wasn't trying, but like I probably could have done a little bit better.
Because like the moment grades were brought up, you just shut down. So
Yeah.
I'm fucking hilarious, so I couldn't be good at school, too.
I was in grade 10 for the third time. Took my dad's car out.
Nah, it was either for me, it was like I'd be the funny guy or the smart guy. And I was like, you know what I mean? I made the right choice.
yeah,
Probably not made the right choice, but you know what I mean?
Which one is it?
you made a choice.
I made a choice. And it
Yeah.
maybe wasn't the right choice. But you know what I mean? Like, now I'm known as a funny guy, which is great for my future.
Now you got to ride with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right,
It's kind of just
Falcon.
over now.
good for you, Zoo.
Falcon, do you have one? A complete mess?
That was like
Uh,
10 minutes.
That was a long story,
Yeah.
bro.
That was a good one. Obviously, nothing like that. I could follow that. To be completely honest with you, my grades were great. I had great grades. To be honest,
Yeah, me
never
too.
really struggled there. I matured very early. I looked like this when I was 12. So I would say I had a freshman girl when I was just hitting 8th grade. I was just entering that zone as well. As far as picking up clues, I was pretty much clueless, rookie as Zoo would say. Would hit me up pretty thirstily. If I could drop it on back, if I could play it back, I would go about it very differently. I'd have gone about it a much more aggressive route, but I tiptoed around the whole situation. Long story short, she moved on. Ended up getting railed by like everybody in my future high school.
Christ.
So it was probably a good miss.
Okay.
But I missed my introduction, I guess. So it happened a couple years later. But that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it, to be honest with you. It was just obvious thirst that, looking at it now, like how on earth could you possibly read it any other way? But yeah, that's what happened.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Buck.
All right. I have one, but I swear you guys both know the story already because I've told it a million times on my live stream.
Maybe.
The one where the girl came over for my birthday and played the song in the car. Do you know this one?
I don't.
All right. I know people that are watching. Some people watching will know it. It's yeah, this was a miss. This kind of like was the story that made me think of like the whole like topic of conversation. Basically, I want to say it was like my 16th or 17th birthday, right? And one girl came up. I'm not trying to like big up myself, dude. I think this may have been like the peak of my life, you know?
Right.
One girl came over and like made me cupcakes and was like, "Oh, happy birthday." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks," you know, right? Next girl texts me. She's like, "Hey, like come over." Or she's like, "Hey, I'm coming over and like I have a birthday gift for you." I'm like, "All right, cool." Like this is 2 more gifts than I was expecting to get today. Like awesome, whatever.
Right.
We Jesus Christ, it's so bad. Like it still makes me cringe kind of thinking about it, dude. She's like, "Come out to my car," and I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "This is weird." So I walk out there with like socks, like gym shorts on, whatever, dude. Like just looking like a bum, bro. You know, even though I really liked the chick at the time, yeah.
Yeah.
And we get in the car and she goes, this is your birthday gift, right? And she just turns the song up super fucking loud, right? And it's like Madness by Moose, like Moose, whatever the hell that band is, right?
My song is
Um, it's like
I don't want to sing it.
Yeah, Falcon, give us a little vocal.
I mean, I need to know.
Look up the lyrics really quickly. It's called Madness by Moose. But
Yeah.
I swear there's a part in it that says like, "Finally, I've realized like what you mean," basically, right? So I swear to God, the song's like 3 minutes long. She cranked it the loudest it could ever fucking go on like her radio, like genuine concern about the speakers at this point, right?
Yeah.
And she sat there like this. Okay, eyes closed, right? Sat there,
I know
eyes
this song.
closed. Okay, yeah, okay, Glenn, I'm glad you know it.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a great song.
That's a weird song to play in the fucking car,
Okay,
though, man.
here's
Super
this,
weird. Yeah,
here's this,
super
okay?
weird.
Sat there, dead quiet, did not open her eyes, dude, for like 3 minutes, okay? And I'm just like, I'm looking around like, what the fuck is going on, dude? I'm like looking around, like my ADD's kicked in super hard at this point, right? And at the end of the song, she turns down the music and she goes, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Man, it was all right." And I didn't talk to the girl for a full year afterwards, okay? And for a full year, okay? Full year, I was so fucking confused as to what happened on my birthday. Okay. To the point where I'll never forget, I was getting off the freeway a year later, okay? And I was listening to the radio and the song came on and I go, "Holy fuck, it's that song," right? So I started listening to the lyrics while I was driving. I was like, "Oh fuck."
Taking over.
Oh,
I mean, that was
how old are you turning?
I was like 16 or 17 probably. Because I
My
already was
question
driving
is-
then.
What did she want your response to be?
No idea.
What was the golden response?
I don't know.
That's what I don't get, bro.
I didn't listen to a single word of the song, bro. There was no card. There was no nothing, dude.
That's.
I was confused, bro.
Okay, then what do you guys have? For you guys, what is your most memorable birthday, do you think? Do you have
easy.
Just if it's like a weird year, but like you know what I mean? Like, where it's just like, why was that so sick?
Yeah, I would say my 2 birthdays ago, or the season before COVID hit, whatever that was. I'm lost. Time is crazy. Courtside, I'm a big Knicks fan, for those who don't know. Courtside, Knicks versus Spurs opening night.
What year are you? What birthday is this?
This was birthday 26.
26.
Yeah,
Okay.
26, yeah. Courtside, as soon as we get there, which I didn't know it was courtside until I got there because it was row 4, but 2 of the rows were players, which I didn't know that, which is cool.
That's dope. That's super dope.
So I was right there. Mitch, two of my favorite players were hurt, sitting right in front of me. So like that was one thing that kind of went my way. RJ Barrett's dad, you
Yeah.
being a Canadian, you should
Canadian, baby.
RJ. There you go. He comes up to us. Me and my buddy who I take with me are the only two Nick fans in the entire building. So he was like, "Let me know what y'all want. I got y'all." So he had us that. Now we were there for maybe 15 minutes before that happened. So that was another thing. I know my buddy a big shout out here, but he got close with the security guard that was kind of in our area.
Is this in Arizona?
No. This is in San Antonio. Which is close to where to where I'm back home. This is close to where I'm at. Feasible. I don't get to see the Knicks often, so it's either the Rockets or the Spurs. So the security guard gives us these passes that allow us to stay afterwards, which is in the same area that we're watching the game. So everybody leaves, then we notice like we're just surrounded by their families. And so they came up, they said what's up to their families, they said what's up to us, they signed. I have like the entire team on my jersey.
What?
Yeah. So it was pretty sweet. Like everything just kind of worked out the entire day. Yeah.
That's a birthday luck, man.
Yeah.
Damn, that's super sick.
Buck.
So you want to go first?
I mean, like honestly, like my last two birthdays were in COVID, so those sucked. And I literally had COVID on my 20th birthday, which was terrible. But I'd probably say my 18th was probably the sickest I've had in like a long time. Just because I got to go to a NHL game, obviously the Oilers in our city.
Smoked like 6 cigarettes, just ripping the fuck
Just
out of
ripping them
No,
darts.
what are you trying to say, man? No. So I go to an Oilers game. I'm 18. My he's 21, right? So I finally get to drink at an Oilers game for the first time in my life. Huge hockey fan, so huge experience. I drank at Oilers games before, but not illegally. But basically we just got like hammered at an Oilers game. We won like 2. We won like 6-2. Like it was a crazy game, right? So it was like awesome. And then I afterwards I got to go to a bar where my brother knew the bartenders, which was a good and a bad thing. So I got murdered by that. And then I had to get carried into my house. I mean, like it's pretty bad.
I feel like it's a very standard, like,
yeah.
Not like saying that your birthday was standard, but like your very first time, like actually being able to go out and drink,
100%.
you die. Like that's really just like.
So, I mean, I was like, it's my 18th. I'm supposed to die today. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like I did that, and I'm happy I did because my next 2 birthdays was COVID, and then literally having COVID. So it was like 18th was pretty sick, and that was my last memorable one that like I was pretty happy about.
Hell yeah. I'm not sure if I necessarily have like one that like crazy stands out, but what I'll ask is, has it gotten to the point where you almost don't want to go out to the bars on your birthday because you know you'll probably end up throwing up? Because everybody's buying you shots, everybody's, like that whole situation.
Yeah.
Like I almost don't want to be the target. You know what I mean? Like even if it is my birthday.
No, definitely.
Zeus says this. He takes it with pride. He takes it on the chest. He throws up pretty much, I think, every time he goes out.
Zeus is 14 years old, so he's still.
That's untrue. I'm actually a trooper. I barely throw up.
Really?
Okay. Yes. The only time I've thrown up is because of the fucking ulcer. Dude, I have an ulcer. I've been diagnosed, and I'm drinking on this podcast right now. So I don't want to hear shit. Okay. I kind of drank because of England though, and England let me down. But whatever. But either way. I don't throw up every time.
All right, fair. When I was your age, I threw up every time.
I threw up every time. Every time. No, yeah.
You're a bitch. That's why.
You want to know how many times Falcon's just thrown up in my house?
Dude, yeah. Quite a bit. First night, matter of fact.
Go ahead, Falcon.
First night was probably the worst night.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
My first night ever.
Back from COVID?
No. My first night that I was ever at Bucks, it was a tough one for me. Yeah.
I think that's weird you say that. We have a bar in Edmonton that's called Buckingham, but we call it Bucks. And that's like my favorite bar, which is weird.
Sounds about right, dude.
Sounds about right, yeah.
The name fucking blows. Bucks is a terrible name, but like... Nah, I don't throw it that much. You guys are tripping.
All right, yeah, sure.
I
Okay.
think you guys are old, so your birthdays probably suck more now. But
Dude,
like,
he
I'm
loves throwing that shot, dude. He
Dude,
loves
I
throwing
was
that
I
shot.
was waiting. Yeah, we're almost 20 minutes in. I thought that was gonna come way sooner.
Yeah.
not in my prime yet. So like, you guys are old. You guys have had your years, but like, I still have time left.
Man, I
He literally
welcome.
he calls me old, and then he like Pizza Guy Sam is grandpa. That's what he says.
Oh, Pizza Guy Sam is old.
He's an
'Cause
old
he's-
piece of shit.
Sam is even older than his age.
Sam's 38 at heart, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Love you, Sam. I'm not trying to roast you when you're not here, so I'm just
Dude,
gonna say
yeah,
it.
honestly, love you, Sam.
Jeez.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Birthday wise, dude, I'm at the point where maybe it is because Falcon and I maybe are past our prime with drinking. I don't know.
As far as party hard drinking, I'll gladly say I'm past my prime.
That's what
Yeah,
I mean. Like,
it's-
isn't your prime like 20? Like, I'd say 21 to like 20, like 4. Is that not the
I'd
prime
even say
age?
21 to 23, dude. I'd say
Yeah,
that.
and then you really 18,
Your body really starts to figure
18
it
to-
out, dude.
yeah, 18 to 23, 17 to 23, you hammer it hard, and you chill the fuck out a little bit, you know?
Yeah. That's fair.
I'll tell you what, though. I've never been a big enough bitch to get an ulcer, though. I'll tell you that.
Never had an ulcer.
Drinking's
Yeah.
never affected me in that
Yeah.
aspect.
An ulcer and still drink on an ulcer. That's what I'm saying.
How do you-
Bro, you gotta know the doctor. Okay, so I'm in this thing
Listen.
for this fucking ulcer. All right, and this guy says to me, "Oh, do you drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "How much?" And I'm like, like every weekend.
How,
Kind of lied.
how active's your sex life?
Yeah.
Oh, you're nuts, man.
Uh, yeah, what is it? Taking a survey?
This guy's like, "Yo, how often do you drink?" And I'm like, "Oh, like every weekend." He's like, "So when you drink on the weekend, how often do you drink? Like over 5?" And I'm like, "Yeah, over 5." And he's like 8 plus, and I'm like, "Yeah, like probably over 8."
He's like
Yeah,
starting
like-
to pull out
Yeah.
like an Alcohol Anonymous packet. And like, it's like, wait, how
He's
many?
He's like, "So like, would you say like 10 to 15?" And I'm like, "Honestly, yeah, I'd say like 10 to 15."
I'm not a bitch, doc.
I was like, doctor, we can
I'm like, "Doc, man,
Just-
I'm not a fucking loser."
just
bro."
ask me how much I drink. We're not gonna do this whole song and dance here.
This guy's playing
Yeah.
The Price is Right, dude.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Like, look at me, bro. You think I'm a fucking 5-beer guy? I'm like, I'm a fucking 15 plus, man. And
It's
he's
kind
like,
of
"Yeah."
insulting. He
Yeah,
asked you
exactly.
fuck at
And
the
I'm like,
beginning.
I'm like 15 plus, man. And he's
He
like,
looked at you. What are you, like a 2 or 3 guy, or?
and I'm like, the thing is, the doctor looked like a 2 to 3 guy. He looked like a 2 to 3 guy. So I was like, dude, don't fucking talk to me about drinking. You know what I mean? I was like, you're a
Right.
fucking 2 to 3 guy. You're a fucking 2 to 3 guy.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's like, oh yeah. He's like, that's probably the cause of your ulcers, drinking. And I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense, man.
Man, that's a cop out. I've never heard of that.
I'm like, I kind of guessed it. And he was like, yeah, it's probably an ulcer. And I'm like, all right, dude. And I left. And he said, don't drink for like a week. But here I am, like 4 days later.
You
Living
know.
on the edge, dude, with a Stella in
4
hand.
days, right?
Sorry.
Bro,
Stella.
yeah, that's incredible. There's, you
Hey,
ever
I
have,
did it for the lads, though. No?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
did it. I actually do have an ulcer, and I'm going to feel like
Where is
garbage
it?
tomorrow. In my
is
stomach.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It lives in your mouth. That fucking sucks. You have an actual ulcer.
It's an ulcer in your mouth?
I don't know.
Yeah,
If you,
dude. You can
But that
get
was
yeah,
like a
like
cold
it's like
sore.
it's like a mouth sore. When it's like inside, cold sores are
No,
outside.
my stomach just feels like shit.
You have a stomach ulcer. Oh wow.
Yeah. And I'm still drinking like a
You have an
fucking
actual ulcer.
idiot.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
44 Nude, subscribe, baby.
I was gonna say, if you haven't liked it for Zeus effort today, please leave a like. All right.
I'm gonna feel terrible tomorrow, but I did it. Whatever.
Jeez, bro, what's that other drink you're sipping on there, Falcon? Is that a Vizzy?
No, this is actually just a Corona. It's Corona Light. This
Oh,
are just
okay.
the leftovers of last night.
Jeez.
So it'll be a plethora of
Yeah,
options.
I had a question. That reminds me. So I've been working. I have 2 jobs right now. I kind of quit one of them today. Okay.
What the hell does kinda mean?
What do you mean?
You
You
kinda
quit.
quit.
Means you
Well, I
definitely
quit today. Yeah. I
Yeah,
quit
there you go.
today.
There we go.
So, here's my thing. Did you guys ever have a job where it's like you had experiences with like completely like you hated it? What was the worst job you've had like growing up? when you were in that phase
This
where it's
podcast. I'm just kidding.
like,
The coworkers I can't stand
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
podcast.
I'm being honest. What do you mean?
He's,
Because I was
Um,
at a restaurant and I was just a busboy and it fucking blew. Like I was like cleaning plates and shit. That shit fucking sucks, man. Like fuck that. I don't want to do that
love
ever
to
again
see
in my
you.
life.
I'd love to see you work.
Oh, I'd pay money,
Alright,
dude.
you know what I mean?
Dude.
Like I'm just not meant
Oh
for that.
God, I would just like a regular job, like any job, I would pay to watch you.
What is
Any
that
job.
supposed to mean? What is that
I
supposed to mean?
just because I can't picture it.
What
So
is
like,
that
We can't take you serious, I think is what
like
it is, bro.
I'm trying like name a job, and I would pay to watch you do it.
Okay, you're not wrong because okay, I got a job at like a fancy hotel, and we have like we're supposed to have like a lingo where it's like you're so like polite and whatever. What the fuck off? I'm not fucking like that, bro. Everyone's like, they told me they're like, okay, every time someone says thank you, you're supposed to say my pleasure. You think I'm gonna fucking say that,
What is this?
bro?
What is this?
With
Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A?
So yo, every time someone's like, "Hey, thank you," I'm like, "Oh, no problem." And then they're like, "Hey, you know, you're not supposed to say that." I'm like,
Cut the bullshit, bro.
They get it, all right? They get it.
Exactly. I'm like, my pleasure. What the fuck? Who says that, bro?
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Have you ever had
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A?
I've been there in the States a few times, and it was like I was at church.
My pleasure. That's all
Dude,
they say,
isn't
bro.
it? That's God's chicken. Isn't
Oh,
that
that's
the most
great.
delicious chicken sandwich of all time?
Bro, also the cookies and cream shake there. Oof.
Dude,
Settle
Buck put me on those. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Talk about a holy experience. Unbelievable.
Holy Lord. That's nice.
Dude, job-wise, I mean, yeah, I think everybody kind of hates their jobs at some point. I worked at a preschool.
Oh,
for-
what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
What?
I worked at a preschool. It was like my very first job ever. And I think my buddy hated me because of it too, because he was working there, right? And I only worked there for probably like 40 days, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, like I got to go back to go play soccer in college now. And my buddy's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like I put my neck out in the line for you to get this job, and you stayed here for 40 days. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
What do you
sorry,
do?
man. Yeah, no, it sucked, dude. Yeah, all my jobs, dude, were I worked at a preschool. I coached middle school basketball. They were awful. Worst team in the league by a mile, dude.
Maybe coaching a basketball team. It's
Bro,
not gonna work.
shut the hell up, right?
That's funny.
I did middle school track, and I worked at Lifetime Fitness at like a summer camp for kids, and that was like the peak of when I knew I was like, I'm done doing this bullshit, dude. Is dude, these kids would be in like the water outside because like I used to be always on like pool duty, right? So you just go
Yeah.
out there. I'd be going down the water slides and shit. I'm pretty sure everybody hated me, bro. Like we're not having it. And all these kids are like, dude, they're all like their mouths open in like the middle of the water, dude, like just sucking down chlorine. And I'm like, you morons, dude, like what the hell are you doing, right? And so this kid, I dude, probably one of like, if like honestly, Lifetime Fitness cameras probably caught it, and it could have made like some sort of like Rob Dyrdek special or something, like perfectly timed moments. This kid's about to take down his sandwich, and I see him start going like this. Like, he'd been sucking down chlorine for the last 45 minutes, dude. Dude, so I knew he was about to hurl, dude, right? So I had like this, I was like, it might have even been his own, which is terrible if it was, but I was like opening like a bag or something for like whatever. And I saw the kid and I just went bang like that. And the kid just started yakking instantly. Like I literally caught it in midair, bro.
Play of the month, bro.
Oh,
Exactly.
and I at that point, I was like, all right, I'm done with this. There's one other story that's pretty funny though too. I'll share it really quick. We used to have a rock wall at our gym, like Lifetime Fitness. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Falcon, do you guys have them in Texas?
Lifetime? Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
dude.
them in fucking Canada, bro.
Bro, it's like
Yeah.
you could live there, dude.
Yeah.
Like Lifetimes are insane, super nice. So we were working the rock wall, which is always scary, dude, because I never feel comfortable like throwing kids like, 75 feet in the air, and I'm the idiot that had to strap them, right? So basically this kid is like halfway, maybe like 3/4 of the way up the wall, and he looks down, he goes, I gotta pee. And I'm like, brother, like, there's no way you have to go this bad right now.
Not now. You don't have to go now. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, because like the whole like rule with like kids and stuff, it's like 7-1. So like one adult for every 7 kids, you have to stay in ratio, all that crap, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna walkie-talkie somebody in, and we'll get you to go to the bathroom, right? So I'm like, hey, can somebody take Justin to the bathroom? And they're like, yeah, sure, I'm coming over now, right? Kid goes to the top, hits the little bell, whatever the shit was, dude. Comes down the wall, okay? And like, we're about to unstrap him, like from the wall. And I'm like, all right, she's here to take you. He goes, don't have to go anymore. I'm like,
Okay.
You
I'm like-
little piece of shit.
bro, dude, the kid was like 7, bro.
Oh.
At 7, you can control it, dude. I'm sorry, bro. And it is on the parents at that point. If you send your fucking kid
man.
to summer camp at the age of 7 and he's still peeing himself, dude. I'm sorry, bro.
100%.
Yeah, I sat there, dude. And dude, the wall was covered, dude. Everything.
Oh no.
Because, dude, you know how like when you like jump back, like when you're like coming down the rock wall, you're like,
yeah.
bro, the kid's slamming the rocks, dude. The rocks covered with piss. The rocks are a little fucking damp, dude. Like, what are you doing, bro?
The extreme course.
Bro, yeah,
Oh,
dude,
no.
I think they shut down the wall, dude.
Yeah, good move.
Oh, it was
Yeah, good
terrible.
move.
All right, quickly, the two of you then. Worst work experience.
Oh, that's easy. I've been pretty fortunate that I've only had one shit job in my life,
I know, man.
and I've only had it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and I was out of there. It was my senior year. I never had worked before, and my dad essentially kind of made me. We kind of both realized that I made it 18 years. I never had a job, so he was like, "Hey, do something."
Buckle down, Falcon.
Yeah, do something, right? Yeah, right. So during Christmas break, I got a job at a place called Courtesy Car Wash. Shout out, which basically is a slave-driven car wash operation
Yeah.
where they pay you nickels and dimes and just have you out there scrubbing. I worked in December, which is typically cool, but I worked in the coldest December in Texas recorded history in the past like 85 years.
Oh,
So that
Jesus.
was tough. So we were always outside just detailing dickhead cars in December who just needed to have their cars detailed in 17-degree weather. So that was neat. 2 weeks later,
17 degrees is cold for you guys?
yeah, you kidding me? 17
Shut
degrees?
the hell up. Let him tell his
Jeez, man.
story.
Bro,
All right.
17 degrees, and I'm layered up.
We get minus 35 degrees. You don't understand. That is
Bro,
weak.
if
Yeah,
it gets under
your place
70,
sounds
I
like
have
it
a
sucks.
jacket on, dude.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
it's plus 15 degrees here, people are in shorts.
Yeah.
Shorts.
All right, let him tell his car wash story, all right?
No, that was it. Essentially,
Isn't that
I was getting pneumonia. Feel like I was on the verge of getting pneumonia every day. Just because I was all sudsied up, and it was cold as fuck
Okay.
outside.
Hold on, I have
All right?
one story.
Sorry, I'm
about a
not
car
fucking
wash.
Frosty the Snowman, Zoo.
All right, Zoo, wrap it up. Worst job experience.
Okay, I'll just do this very quick. So, okay, I worked at Adidas, so retail, clothing, whatever. One day I was just like, and our location was usually dead on the weekdays. It was just like a far out location in our city, whatever. So I'm on the other side of it's obviously like racks, right? So shoes, aisles, shoe aisle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on the other side. I'm the farthest aisle. And I see through the cracks of this aisle, right? Because I'm like organizing shoes, whatever. I see this lady. She's probably like 45. Not the skinniest. Okay?
Right on.
All of a sudden, I see her reaching for the top shoe of the rack. She decides to step on the bottom layer of the other shoes that are like laid out.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude,
No.
eats shit. Okay? Steps on the rack, falls down. All the shoes go everywhere. Ah! Eats it. Bro. Dude, eats it. And I am dying laughing, bro. I go over there, I'm like, are you okay, miss? Try not to laugh. No one here help me. And I was like, you didn't ask for help. I'm like, we were right there. You knew. Because before that, I was like, if you need any help, let us know. You know what I mean? Didn't ask for help. Went to climb the shelves. Ate shit. Went flying. Made a huge mess. I was dying laughing. Worst experience, but one of the funniest I've ever seen in my life. Because she ate shit, and it was hilarious, bro. I just
That's
laughed the whole time.
incredible.
I tried to not laugh the whole time.
There's another reason I would pay to watch you work, Zoo.
Exactly. Sorry.
So good. All right. Well, another successful episode of the podcast. Falcon, how many drinks did you get? Because you were slugging throughout that, bro.
I tried to keep up. I got down with 2.
I got not bad,
too
bro.
bad.
I got
Drew with
this
an
far.
ulcer.
I know
Cheers to you, mate.
I got down 1. It's done.
Good for
I know
you.
Zoo's about to shame me if I can't finish this in the final send.
You're a bitch.
Should that be a
Whatever.
thing? Should that be a thing for the
The
episode?
final
It's like
send?
the hashtag final send.
The final send.
We.
I'm gonna throw up.
Like to drink with Buck,
Buck.
cause Buck is our mate. And when we drink with Buck, he gets it down in 8, 7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5.
4,
Hey, let's
Oh, I feel awful. All right.
Attaboy.
Please like and subscribe if you're brand new. And if you're listening on Spotify, follow as well. Thank you, Ryan Falcon, for joining us. All right. And we'll see
Appreciate
you guys
so much
next
for
time.
having me. Y'all
See
take
you
it
later.
easy.